Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly Taroscope reading for October the 5th through to the 11th, 2015. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you so much for your support each and every day. I've decided to go back to this. Thank you for your patience. I had so much support trying it the other way, but it wasn't working for me. I wasn't making that connection. I don't think I was really giving you the message in all of its strength that you needed in order to take the week on. So I'm back to this method. It cost me a little bit of time, but I think it is worth the message that you get at the end of the day. So let's get to the reading. Now we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is, this is a very spiritual card. So it is about tapping into your heart, your spirituality. This is through meditation. This is through prayer. This is through not going against what your gut feeling is telling you. Okay, it's not, and it's being, it's loving everything around you. It's finding the spiritual essence of everything around you. And so that's very important this week. We don't want to lose sight of that, or we might get very impatient that we're not with the right partner yet, or we aren't making the money we want, or our career isn't pushing exactly where we want it to be, or we're not feeling the love we should be feeling within the relationship. We could nitpick, okay? Whereas if we looked at things in a slightly different way, we would see the effort the other person is trying to make, or we would see that we have the talent, and the promotions are coming, and the opportunities are opening up for us. Or maybe it's just realizing the beauty that surrounds us, because I see a lot of beauty around us. Now, as we start the week, I really do think that the week starts off with a whole bunch of new things coming in, okay? And it is looking towards, we're looking towards the Death card. So whatever is really coming into our life this week is really going to put a spin on where we're going forward. And I think it's a good spin. But it's a spin that could really, it's a spin, right? So we're going to feel confused. We're going to feel out of sorts. We're going to feel like we don't have control of the situation. We're going to feel like it's a bad thing maybe coming in when it's a very good thing coming in. So I think a lot of opportunities, and I'm going to use opportunities as the word, although I think it's a lot of situations, happen at the beginning of the week for you. That is really pushing you towards transformation. It's really pushing you towards new beginnings, stepping into the true you. So when this much energy flies at you, and we do have, well, we have the Hierophant, so it's really connecting with your spirituality, but we also have the Queen of Wands coming up here, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is talking about just take a deep breath and plan each step accordingly. And planning each step accordingly with your wisdom. It's tapping into your wisdom here. It's being the diplomat. It's thinking things through. It's not knee-jerking a situation. Now, the Queen of Wands, it's a beautiful energy. She is the quiet one out of the queens. She really is the diplomat. She can take everything in, and she doesn't really make decisions until she knows everything going forward. And the Knight of Pentacles is the exact same kind of energy, and it's a slightly different way because it's the planned steps, okay? But he's not even carrying a weapon. He's not looking around. He's not fearful. The horse is on a mile trot. He holds that abundance. He holds that wealth on his lap. He doesn't fear because he's planned out each individual step. Whereas the Queen of Wands is more about the situation as a whole and how to deal with it and how to make the right judgment calls. Now, this is also a very fertile energy. So fertility, creativity, new beginnings, love coming in. You know, we have that sunflower, that single sunflower standing right beside her. So you are blooming so to speak. And you're the center of it all. Okay, there's no other flowers here. It's about you. It's about your beauty. It's about your sparkle. So, and we have the Ace of Wands right next to it. So it's your understanding of the balance you need in order to go forward. It's taking those ideas, it's taking those thoughts, and using a balanced energy. So it's not pushing through energy. It's not just trying to push through in order to find a resolution to get it off your plate so you can move on to the next thing. You really need to take your time this week. You can't rush through any of those things that come in, especially in the beginning of the week. Anything, any situation that comes in, especially at the very beginning of the week, you really need to take your time and process it properly. Okay? Because it is radically transforming you in some way, but in a beautiful way. Because this is when we leave that cocoon, we leave that darkness of who we were yesterday, and we stretch our wings and we fly. We become the butterfly. We feel the liberation. We feel the freedom. We feel that we're okay with who we are and where we're going. We feel that everything will be right. We need to go with the flow, though. We need to plan our steps accordingly. And even though, you know, I get a lot with her that it's the diplomat and whatnot, but I'm kind of getting the sense of that sunflower being you and being the brightness in this whole, I mean, her dress is beautiful, but that's just a shadow of the color of the sunflower. So this is you. This is your beauty coming out. This is you sparkling. This is you feeling the creativity, the new beginnings. We end with the Queen of Pentacles. So I would have to say the world could actually be your oyster. And you may not realize it throughout the entire week. It looks like you have a lot of thinking to do, a lot of meditating, a lot of prayerful times, really tapping into who you are, what you really want, really getting serious about where you're going forward and why you're going forward and what you're going to allow on your path and what you're not going to allow on your path. But at the end of the week here, Queen of Pentacles, where you want growth, where you want beauty, where you want new beginnings. And we have the angel there. So, I mean, this could be love, this could be finances, this could be your health. And there's a beautiful energy stirring around you, a dynamic energy. So I think all in all, if you just take the time this week, and don't push through the energy, but think it through, I think you'll be very happy that you did take the time and the energy to think it through. Try and think it through as the diplomat. Try and separate yourself a little bit from the outcome so that you can see the opportunity that lies within maybe the challenges that present itself to you at the beginning of the week. And I think you could turn it around very much so that the world is your oyster going forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.